don't have to give me your details, just give the staff your name and contact number, that's all you need to do.
I don't need to do that.
Okay. So you're refusing to do
for
that?
a civil issue, I don't. I don't.
Right, well this moment in time, you're currently under arrest for making off without payment. You don't have to say anything,
but I haven't made off.
We don't mention one question in the little line. Oh, anything you do is maybe given evidence.
But I haven't made off though.
For your arrest is prompted in fact investigation. Okay?
Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Today's video is courtesy of I Spy Audit. You'll find their link down below, so go show them some support and check out the full clip. Imagine this. You walk into a petrol station with legal tender issued by the Royal Mint. You pay, you offer proof, you stand your ground. But instead of respect, you get handcuffs. What follows is one of the most embarrassing police failures ever caught on camera.
You don't know nothing about it?
Yeah.
The £20 coin is legal tender though.
But we don't know anything. You have to take off the mask, please.
I can't take off the mask, no. You can't ask me to do that.
It all began with confusion and arrogance. A man tries to pay for fuel with a 20 commemorative coin. Legal tender, recognized by the Royal Mint. Yet the staff refuse, claiming ignorance. Instead of checking, they escalate. The mask on his face suddenly becomes their excuse. Take it off, they demand. No mask, no service.
We'll press that's coming police, then you can talk the police. We can't argue with you, okay? This is not legal. Press the police.
I'm wearing the mask because it's cold.
No, it's cold. You can't enter in the shop with mask. Legal, you know that?
It's illegal? It's illegal?
Yeah.
Where's the sign?
Sign is outside.
Right. I won't be taking the mask off.
Okay. This one not taking allowed. If you want, we will call the police.
It's
police is
BP.
coming. You can give the answer, okay?
Think about that for a second. Legal money, valid proof, and still the customer is told to uncover his face, or the police will be called. This isn't about money anymore. This is about control.
What's happened, sir?
I don't know, ask him. No idea.
Why? Not legal.
What are they?
Yeah. Then you say it's legal.
Have you paid for fuel, sir? Yeah. Have you put your fuel in?
I have, yeah. And I've paid, yeah.
Right. Has he just tried to pay with them?
Yeah.
Enter the police. Instead of resolving a simple dispute, they make it worse. The officer admits he's never even seen a $20 coin before. Yet that ignorance doesn't stop him from threatening arrest.
Deal with it a different way, but obviously ultimately you haven't paid for your fuel.
I have.
But they're not accepting that money.
But that's up to them to accept it. If they decline...
They've obviously run the post office and they've declined that. Ultimately it's a civil issue, but if you're not willing to give us your details, then how...
The threats begin, not based on law, but on power. The officer calls it making off without payment, ignoring that the man already handed over legal tender. This is how weak policing works. When knowledge fails, intimidation takes over.
They've still got the money though.
Just let me finish. If you walk out that door now, you are liable for an arrest because we don't have your details.
But you don't need them.
Well, I do
Because it's a civil issue.
But it's not, because a make off without payment is then a police matter. So if you walk out that door now,
The irony? They admit it's a civil matter, not criminal. But then they flip their story. One moment it's civil, the next it's criminal. Walk out the door and you're under arrest. This is policing by confusion.
About it. But I've checked with BP head office before coming.
Who did you contact from BP head office?
But it's not up to me to tell you that. It's up to them.
Well, you either engage with us and we deal with it, because one minute you're saying it's a reason to pay with this, but then you're not backing yourself up with a reason as to what that is.
The auditor did his homework. He contacted BP head office before arriving, and he knew exactly what he was doing. But the police dismiss it. They don't care about facts. They only care about control.
I take my mask off.
Right, well...
And I don't need to take my mask off.
Well, true, you don't need to take mask off, but we weren't here when that happened.
But he said he would take it.
we're going off a matter, we're going off a different matter now. You walk out that door, becomes a criminal matter, and you get arrested for make off without payment.
Or you give us your details.
The threats intensify. Again and again, he's told comply or face cuffs. But this man refuses to bow down to ignorance.
This moment in time, you're currently under arrest for making off without payment. You don't have to say anything,
but I haven't made off.
We don't mention one question in the little line. Or anything you do is maybe given evidence.
But I haven't made off though.
For your arrest is prompted in fact investigation. Okay?
But I have.
And then it happens, arrested for paying with legal money, for daring to stand up to arrogance, a civil matter twisted into a criminal charge.
Taken to Middlesbrough police station, arrested for trying to use a £20 coin. Got to custody. The custody sergeant wasn't having none of it. He was not going to authorise the detention. Middlesbrough police, Cleveland police.
But here's the kicker. At the police station, the custody sergeant takes one look at the case and throws it out. He refuses to authorise the detention. Why? Because even inside the police station, someone finally realized the truth. No crime had ever been committed. So what do we have here? Two officers, blinded by arrogance, who turned a civil misunderstanding into an unlawful arrest. A man humiliated, his rights ignored, all because the police didn't know the law. But justice had the last word. The arrest collapsed. A lawsuit followed. And the dumbest police duo in the UK now stand as the perfect example of why citizens must know their rights. Because when police ignorance collides with citizen knowledge, only one side walks away with dignity. And it wasn't them,